I speak with Dennis Brown, please?
The day starts off with telephone calls and with discussions between the reporters and the assignment editor.
I made out these for my series shoots tomorrow and for Thursday. Angie's going with me, so if you want to set something in, the first one's for Dearborn and the other one's in Maryville.
Dearborn is tomorrow?
Yes, and Maryville's Thursday.
Discussions about future stories and stories to be covered that day. That day's stories are listed on the assignments board, which gives the story name, time of the interview, the location, the reporter, and how long the story should be. Once the interviews and the other video are recorded, it's time to write and edit the story. Editing means taking video off of the field tape in the left-hand machine and electronically editing it onto the tape in the right-hand machine. It's the tape in the right machine that you'll eventually see on your television set.
That flow into this a lot better.
It would too. I mean, it would give us a harder first segment as far as news is concerned.
About 4 o'clock in the afternoon, the anchors decide what stories will run and where in the newscast. Then it's last-minute details before the newscast begins.
A Kansas City police officer is under investigation tonight after fatally wounding a man last weekend. The man was spraying a fire extinguisher at the officer, but the policeman did not know what the man was spraying.
Police officers must make split-second decisions every day. But how do they know where to draw the line? And how do they live with it when they cross that line? Tim Walden has worked as a police officer for 16 years. He says every call is different. And no officer is ever completely sure of what they may be walking into.
The only thing that goes through your mind first is the fear of the situation, fear of what you may have to do.
Interim Police Chief Lloyd Pasley says anytime a citizen is shot by an officer, that officer is put on administrative leave with pay until an investigation is completed and a verdict is reached.
KPL gas service customers can expect on average
A rate increase of about $44 a year under a compromise reached yesterday. The deal was reached between the utility and the staff of the State Public Service Commission. The PSC says the settlement would increase rates for a typical residential customer by $3.63 a month. KPL had requested an increase of more than $25 million to boost revenue and recover the cost of its major gas pipeline replacement program. The agreement with the Utility Commission calls for a 6% or $18.5 million increase.
Meanwhile, the new City Council tonight will plunge headfirst into a busy agenda. The council will be looking into 2 contracts, one for city garage repairs, the other contract for a close to $100,000 renovation of Patey Hall. The council will also be looking at ordinances that would result in the paving of 36th Street, an analysis of the city's sewer treatment plant, and an increase in city swimming pool prices, in addition to the city pay raise controversy. And stay with us. Coming up next on Newswatch 2, a study shows teens see 14,000 sexual references on TV a year and 25 violent acts per hour.
A local group gives more than $1,000 to buy new computers for the handicapped.
And later tonight, we've seen them rolled, hidden, and thrown this season. Today, students dropped them from the roof. Stay with us.
As a dream about
a delicious taste of liberation that will soon be a memory.
Well, right now in St. Joseph, we have some high clouds. It's 49 degrees out there. Humidity's kind of low at 35%.
Winds are right out of the north at 12 miles an hour. We'll see those die down later on tonight. Barometric pressure is at 30.42 inches and falling. River stage tonight checked in at 8.5 feet.
And sunrise tomorrow will be at 6:38. Today's high was 52 degrees. Our low was at the freezing mark, 32. And since midnight here at the Weather Center, we've received no precipitation.
Let's go underneath this and we'll show you the current map right now. We currently have high pressure
that's right over the top of us. It's giving the clearing skies.
And the cooler temperatures as that high pressure moved out of Canada. But that's a low pressure system we have to be concerned with. By tomorrow, though, it'll be moving
just very slowly down to the south, spreading some thunderstorms into western Texas and also into southwestern Kansas. We'll get the clouds off of that low pressure system, so it'll keep our temperatures down. We'll only be in the upper 50s.
John McCullough, Texas Now in Sports. John, you must have had a busy day today. We haven't seen much of you around here.
Went to the dentist. That's the truth. Yeah, that's where I was today. Actually, everybody thinks I'm at the ballpark all the time, but if my teeth look whiter than usual, it's because Dr. Jones took care of them today. Thanks. Rich Johnson goes to the hill to try and break the Royals' 2-game slide.
And he'll be facing a guy who knows quite a bit about Dotson's new teammates. Cleveland sends an old teammate to the mound, former Royal Buddy Black. Black went to the Indians in exchange for Pat Tabler.
Manager John Wathen's team is off to a slow start, only 2-4 through 6 games. Still, Wathen is considered one of the best young managers in the game. He's
developed a style in handling his players.
I don't know. I try to be as aggressive as I can on the bases.
Depending on the talent you have on the field, I think the biggest thing is to show confidence in your players and communicate well. Talk to the extra guys a lot. The guys that are playing every day are usually happy with their role. You got to keep the guys ready on the bench so that they can perform to their maximum. We try to be very positive in the locker room, whether you win 5 in a row or lose 3 or 4 in a row. We try to be the same every day, and I think the more you can have fun, the guys have fun, they're going to play to their best.
And the Royals hope to take a bite out of Cleveland tonight because they can't lose 3 in a row at home.
Okay, well, thank you. So you did have a busy day, didn't you?
I did, I really did. My teeth feel fine, too, by the way.
Thanks, John. We'll be right back after this.
And with a look at some of the stories tonight at 10 in the newsroom, Sherry Kurtz.
Thanks, John. Some of the stories coming up tonight at 10 on News Watch 2. The newly inducted St. Joseph City Council meets with a variety of issues pending, including picketing city workers, parking garages, and Patey Hall will have details. A rate increase that will raise KPL gas services revenue by more than $18 million has been approved. President Bush warns Moscow today that the U.S. will respond.
The Soviet Union cuts natural gas supplies to Lithuania. Civil rights leader Ralph Abernathy dies at the age of 64, and a storm of criticism greets President Bush at an international conference on global warming. We'll have these and other stories tonight at 10. Michelle?
And finally tonight, we leave you with a look at Cathedral School children playing at recess.
That is our report tonight. News Watch returns tonight at 10. Until then, have a great night.